Hello, everybody, and welcome back to UNC Esports Twitch stream. Starting off with the 2023 season of CLoL, I am Ryan McDad, your host today, joined with the Bodkill and Jungle No Mechanics. We are all so excited to show you this first day of League of Legends CLoL gaming.
Yeah, versus UNC Charlotte too. Very exciting matchup.
We've got a statewide battle today. Mr. Bodkill, what are you expecting to see?
A stomp.
Got a bold prediction coming out from the Bodkill, as I believe we are about to get into draft. If we can get that pulled up. As we see, the first ban is already coming out, an Ashe ban from UNC Charlotte.
Yeah, pretty annoying champ, especially with that ARAM build.
Man, I think they have a one trick, Heimerdinger, so pretty good ban.
We do see that they have a Heimerdinger Hop Enjoyer, so very fair ban. Also takes it out of that mid lane and support flex opportunity, as we see that the Bomba is gone. No Gragas for Rami today.
Gragas is a pretty weird ban. I guess they just really don't like playing against it, so they went ahead and banned it.
Dude, that guy's win rate is shafted. Oh lord, it's like some.
No flame, of course. Lulu is banned out next, so a little bit of taking away that power of the potential Zeri pick. Zeri, a very strong bot laner, especially when paired with those enchanters in the bot lane. As Caitlyn, the aggressive ADC, is taken away from Cyprus.
Pretty interesting bans from UNCC. I'm not sure why they chose these specifically, but I guess UNC probably has a lot of games on these champs in solo queues, so they just went for these annoying picks for them.
Yeah, I think we've all seen the Game Fest stream, and we all know that Jimmy Coy, our support for the year, is an avid enjoyer of the Ashe support build, so probably pretty obvious why that one went away. The other two maybe just fear picks.
And there's the Maokai first pick.
Pretty interesting, since Maokai did get pretty hard nerfed in this last patch, so I'm kind of interested why they prioritize it so much here.
This is the new patch, but we are seeing that Lucian Nami locked in insta 1-2 for UNC Chapel Hill. So it looks like UNC is excited to play through this bot lane and abuse the overpowered bots, even though they just got nerfed. As we wait for UNC Charlotte's next pick, what do you guys think is a good answer to this Lucian Nami bot lane?
I think the best answer is just ban it, but they decided to ban Ashe Caitlyn instead, which is pretty interesting because I feel like Lucian Nami is one of the best bot lanes in the game right now. I'm not even sure what you pick in response. Braum, something, I don't know.
Yeah, Braum's a interesting pick here, I guess.
Zaya's actually, I think Zaya's pretty strong with these
I
ADC
think
item changes.
yeah, I think that's not bad. Braum can block a lot of Lucian's damage, and Zaya has the range and safety to kind of do damage still.
Lucian Nami did get also nerfed in this B patch, so maybe, I don't know, maybe it becomes a playable lane.
Yeah, I think it's playable. It looks fine to me.
Oh, and there's Udyr.
Yeah.
Probably the best jungler in the game. Definitely surprised that they left it open, UNCC. I guess they just prefer the Maokai side of the matchup, but I'm pretty sure it's heavily Udyr favored. So
we head into the second phase of bans. We see that UNCC has a mid lane and probably top lane left open. So what kind of power picks are you expecting taken away? We see the Syndra, but what else is a big problem that could blow a hole into UNC Chapel Hill's composition?
Ryze, Cassin, two big ones. Azir, not sure if they're in their champ pool, but I looked at the Ryze win rate. Probably not banning Ryze. Though Ryze does seem pretty good here.
yeah, all the champs that build out of Aegis, Seraphs, basically S tier mids right now. So I guess they'll just try to ban some pocket picks from UNCC. Oh, and there's Ryze ban.
I can't. They actually banned it.
Oh,
What's the rise win rate on the enemy team?
let's see. Rise win rate, enemy team, low. We are seeing low from the OPGGs.
17%.
17%. So
Oh,
that is banned away, but
and the Gnar and Casante bans, so they're definitely focusing hard on top bans. Pretty interesting. I guess they're top not on Hibernator Karma. They don't have too much faith, so they're committing more bans towards top. Probably a good idea, I guess.
Nar's a bit of an interesting ban here. I like the Cassante ban, very strong top laner.
those are two powerful picks that have been enjoyed in pro play and historically been enjoyed by Rami Baba, as we do see the Kassadin picked in. What I'm interested in hearing is how does this Kassadin Victor mid lane matchup go? As our mid lane expert, what's the expertise here?
You kind of get bullied early as Cassidy, but ultimately, as in most Cassidy matchups, you're just trying to scale, go for that late game. You just kind of look to hit 6, play for side lanes, but yeah. Oh, we see a Shen blind.
Wow.
Shen blind, supportive pick for the top lane. So it looks like UNCC is going to be very heavily favored towards that bot side with a Maokai, Shen, Kassadin top side, but is that really the answer in Lucian Nami to just try to focus all of the resources into bot lane to answer that power?
I mean, it could be. Shen, Maokai, Braum, like these are all like pretty low resource champs, so they're definitely focusing everything on their Xayah Kassadin. Meanwhile, UNC we have multiple carries that all need a lot of gold, so definitely be interesting how they play this game out. Because Lucian Nami needs a lot of gold, Gameplank needs a lot of gold. Even Udyr, I think, needs a lot of gold if he wants to be relevant in the game. Otherwise, he just becomes like a useless stat stick.
All right, Mr. No Mechanics, our resident jungler in the house. If you're Maokai here, if you're Udyr here, how are you pathing? What are you looking for on the start of the map?
I mean, jungle right now, I think is a pretty full clear meta. I'm not really sure if Maokai can even find a gank, find a gank if he wanted to look for one early, because lanes are kind of hard to gank, Gangplank, Lucian Nami hard to gank, so maybe an early gank mid would be his best option. But besides that, I think Udyr just wants to also full clear. He needs resources in order to just run the entire enemy team down. So I think early game will be pretty boring. I think we won't see much action. That's my prediction.
Not much action from the junglers, but might we see any action in the lane? I mean, we do have a Lucian Nami. It's something that we're generally expecting to just blow through and do a lot of damage. So it might be something where we're seeing the bot lane just exploding in the early game, leading to a snowball from UNC. That is a playstyle that we've seen our team be very comfortable with in the past.
Yeah, I will say it's kind of hard for Lucian Nami because Lucian kind of dashes in, then if he gets tagged by Braum Q, Xayah Braum can easily turn it. So they'll have to play somewhat careful and capitalize off positioning mistakes from the bot lane. But I really do like the GP pick against Shen. GP extremely strong scaler, especially against a champion that really can't punish it that hard. Theoretically.
And with the crit item changes, he's I think really strong right now.
He did get nerfed, but he also did kind of get buffed. So
yeah. There's pretty small nerfs, and I think the ADC items right now are probably the best in the game, in my opinion. Essence Reaver into Navori. I think this Gangplank will start one-strutting the entire enemy team.
Yeah, Navori Gangplank is something that we've seen Rami already building even before the ADC buffs, where those crucial items are coming online at 40% crit instead of 60% crit. So that one item earlier, we're going to probably see the Navori, and then you're just seeing Gangplank barrel Q over and over again. And we've seen Rami tear through entire teams with with just those two buttons. So it should be a interesting match to watch Rami go ahead and take that, as I believe we will be trying to hop into game soon. We did have a few errors with drafting in game, so we did choose draft LoL today, which slowing down the process just a little bit, but we are hopping into the draft with the official draft. But for now, we're going to go ahead and hop to a quick break as the spectator delay inside of the client catches back up. But don't click away from that browser. We will be right back with week 1 of CLoL. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the stream as we enter UNC's first week of the CLoL competition. Today, we are competing against UNC Charlotte on the blue side, UNC Chapel Hill on the red side. We do have a comment in the chat from our UNC alumnus Tajahar predicting a top island in the game. Michael and Franklin, I'm wondering to you, is that the same analysis that you have on the game?
Oh, after 6, I think Shen might dip a bit for a quick ult across the map. But other than that, yeah, it seems like both junglers do want to focus bot lane.
It's definitely bot meta. I don't think top lane is not that strong a role. I think bot lane is the place you want to be if you want to win the game.
Top lane not that strong of a role, but maybe we will see the Rami Baba effect. We know that he is a very competent carry for this UNC team, as are all of our laners, including Alsomo filling in for the day. We have seen him in a handful of UNC streams and a lot of UNC JV matches with my co-casters right now. Rest in peace, JV. As we do see some pressure is getting put in the lanes already, as the top laner and bot laner are already taking those bush pressure and just leaving Steepy to farm on his own.
Yeah. If you're just Soul Strider Raptors, which apparently it's a pretty popular clear. I haven't really seen it as much, but I do think every lane is just gonna try to ego every trade, and we'll just try to end this game in like 15 minutes. That's my number one prediction that will happen.
See some early trading coming out in the bot lane. Udyr walking up to those rocks as Maokai heads over to his Gromp, so it looks like this is going to be a lot of full clearing. Maokai already going down to that third camp. Udyr on his third camp. Is there any chance that we see Udyr just run straight top and look for a gank here?
Probably not. Udyr really needs like all 4 of his abilities, so he really just wants to full clear, get level 4. Udyr without all 4 of his abilities is like not really a champion, honestly. I think every single one of his abilities you really want to be able to just like just win the 1v1s.
Retrading in mid lane. So it looks like you were right. Udyr just running down to that bot side, and now both junglers taking their 4th camp. The rest of the lanes just doing normal trading, not seeing too much action so far in this first minute of the game.
Yeah, I mean, just every lane is shoved in from UNC as expected. I think Udyr is just gonna have a really easy game. I feel like just like hitting his camps. I don't expect much action to happen unless Maokai just like goes for an early gank. But even then, yeah, nothing. I don't think much will amount for that. Oh, as there seems to be a gank trying to happen.
Gank might fizzle. Maokai just hanging out. It's like he's not entirely sure, but he will back off to the Krugs. We do see that Rami Baba already has that early advantage. He has the Cole, he has the longsword, so that's not the most aggressive buy, but it is probably what you're expecting to take here. Just expecting to farm out this lane and have Shen not interact as much as you normally want a top laner to interact with you.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out that because of the early push from the bot lane, they managed to ward the tri-bush where Maokai was, so that's why the gank didn't work. He tries again, but doesn't work again. Wastes a pretty good chunk of Maokai's time. Oh, he's looking again.
I mean, in the meantime, Udyr just went and took both crabs, it looks like, or was about to take both crabs, and it's just up 2 camps on Maokai while he is still bot.
He's still there. Recalls are channeled for 4 members of UNC Charlotte's team as a Deathwish mounts, but looks like the start of maybe a freeze here for the Chapel Hill bot lane, as Cypress and Jimmy Coy look pretty confident to just sit here and take this lead. Pickaxe already for the Xayah. We have a Ruby Crystal and a Rejuve bead for the top lane, so we're not really seeing any sparks. It looks like the prediction of a boring early game is coming to fruition. Unfortunately for us, but probably fortunately for the game plan of UNC Chapel Hill to just scale up and let their team explode later into the game.
I'm not really sure what UNC Charlotte's doing. Maokai just sat bot for like 5 minutes, and they didn't even shove the wave all the way in. So they just lose some minions for free, and now UNC just gets a free back off. So just really questionable decisions from the pathing of the jungler, I think. Meanwhile, Steppy has just gone and done another cycle of his top side. So he's just up infinite camps, and the game has like barely just started.
Maokai's on the top side, but Rami should know that kitten was
Whoa,
thrown into a warded
What is
bush.
he doing here?
Oh, Penguin dab. Rami is dancing on them, and Maokai is standing and sapping XP, but not fully shoving in the wave. I'm not entirely sure what's happening there.
Yeah, usually you call the jungler up to like kind of crash the wave there, but you can't really in this state. So there's no point in him being up there.
Shoving towards the Shen, I'm pretty sure. But he just came and I guess Shen wanted it back, but Malcolm just leaves halfway through, and I think they're just all leaving now with the lane still frozen.
Yeah, Shen is gone now. Pre-6, pre our earlier evaluation, and it looks like he's just looking for some kind of play in the river. But this is not a river Shen. This is a top laner who has no home right now due to Rami Baba's endless gangplank pressure. Already with 30 stacks on that Cole, farming very nicely in all of the lanes for UNC, already building up CS advantages in every single lane.
Yeah, they're just kind of getting farmed right now. No kills yet, but I think UNC is perfectly, well, UNC...
yeah, 0 kills, there's a 1.2k gold lead, so I think that just says everything you need to
1,000 gold, and it looks like the first Drake will be heading to the side of UNC. Udyr has a lot of power to take those early Drakes, and with this compounding mid pressure from Alsomo just poking out this Kassadin on repeat, UNC has a pretty comfortable time, as we do see that level 6 is coming out across the map. Shen, Gangplank, Kassadin, and Victor already unlocking their ultimate abilities, which means that there's a lot of opportunities for plays to happen on the bot side and get a little bit of an extra advantage with these global ultimates.
I think the problem now, though, is with this trade, every time Shen can even think about ulting bot, I think Gangplank will just be able to take like 10 plates. So really it's just a doom situation.
Whoa. Trading in the bot lane as nothing comes from it. A heal burned for the side of UNC Charlotte. UNC Chapel Hill comes out on the top side of that trade, and now they have the wave pushed under tower. This is a very dominant showing for every lane. We did see Rami Baba up in the top lane utilizing that Gangplank ultimate to try to get the solo kill to no avail, but that did force out Shen's teleport ability. As trading comes out in the bot lane again, Braum is looking for damage, but he's not going to get the concussive blows stacked up. Shield comes out, no kill yet. Ultimates coming from Cypress and Alsomo as now mids are trading. Nothing going to happen, and Shen is now alone in the bot lane, successfully saving his bot lane counterparts, but now he has a walk of shame back to the top lane.
Yeah, you do not want to ult in that situation when you're Shen. You just use your TP to get to lane, and the wave's coming in, but you ult bot to save your team, and now you just have to instantly recall and walk back top. And meanwhile, enemy top is just up 25 CS, and your bot's in like no better situation than you were before with ult. So honestly, I would have just let the Braum die if I was Shen, but they chose to save the first blood, so as of now, still kill this game.
Killless game 0-0 at 9 minutes, looking a little bit like last season's matches in the LCK. As UNC is now looking at some first item completions, we see that Rami Baba already has his Essence Reaver, which did just get buffed on that last patch, which means that his lane power with that Sheen item is going to be even higher at this point, to where we might just see a solo kill coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, he's just so much farther ahead.
Meanwhile, the gold gap has just continued to grow.
Whoa.
2.4k with 0 kills on either side. You do not want to see that if you are I mean, just ever, no matter what. You do not want to see that kind of goal gap with no action on the map so far. So
No action. Almost all of this is just coming from CS. There is a little bit of extra gold coming through from the 3 first strikes that UNC has on their team, but even that's only making up a portion of this massive gold lead that's amounting, as once again Aosomo just hitting death ray after death ray, and UNC is looking for a play on the bot side. Tidal wave is out, the culling is coming, and Udyr is here. Gangplank ult expended. Rami Baba wants the assist just for a little bit of gold in his pocket, and UNC takes the first kill of the match.
yeah, I mean, I only just noticed that every single lane has first strike, so maybe that could account for some of the gold discrepancy. But yeah, first blood at almost 15 minutes, and I'd say this game is probably just over from this point on.
The other thing accounting for a lot of the gold discrepancy is all of these plates that are gone, as we will see the Rift Herald expended to take off those last 2 plates in the bot lane. It doesn't get it. Isn't that supposed to do 2 plates?
No, they nerfed it this season, so it only does like about 1.5. So maybe dropped it a little too early, but I don't think it matters. They just get the third here if they want to ego it. Oh.
We do see that Rami Baba also has 3 plates without too much jungle help, and almost a kill. Does the minion do it?
Oh,
We saw the minion auto in flight, but not enough to take down the Shen. A little bit of action in the bot lane as now Cypress is trading again. Bubble is landed, a lot of damage blocked by that Braum shield, but UNC just maintains dominant position with full HP in lots of the lanes and lots of HP off for their UNC Charlotte counterparts.
Yeah, Maokai is just trying to get things done, but like none of them is working. He's just kind of wasting time, and now they're like so far behind that it's just really hard to play the game. All his lanes are now behind, no prio. He's just kind of crying.
Yep, the only advantage I think UNC Charlotte has gotten all game was they blew Lucian Flash. I think that was probably the only avenue to get any gold. Maybe they could have gone for a regank, but I mean, I just see no options at this point for UNC Charlotte. They just have to now give everything and just, I don't know, pray UNC Chapel Hill just disconnects at this point.
It's like a second dragon coming to the side of UNC, spotted out by Charlotte, but not much pressure that can be earned. Red team getting an extra 9% damage coming through, and more cullings coming through. The Feather Fly comes out, and it looks like Zaya will come away unscathed, but that's going to be a crucial ultimate for UNC Chapel Hill to blow. That Feather Dance is just a long cooldown that has a lot of protection, and when Lucian's ultimate comes back up, that's probably just going to be another kill.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Lucian is sitting on at least 2k gold right now. He hasn't back in a while, I'm pretty sure. So once he gets the Gale Force, I think next time Zaya is even like, oh, as there's a play top.
Oh, there's the solo kill. Rami Baba getting 1. He's going to keep fighting this Maokai, and he's going to look for 2. Knocked back, but looks like both of them will be taken low.
Oh
the
my
crit
God.
from the Q, not being enough to kill, but surely being enough to send that Maokai packing. As the score comes to 2-1 in UNC's favor.
Yeah, 2-0, but yeah, and the gold lead has just exponentially grown at this point. And I am really unsure what to say at this point for UNC Charlotte. I'm not sure if there's an avenue to win this game.
Turret falls, the ultimate used in the mid lane by Aosomo, not amounting to a kill, but again, forcing a teleport from the laner. The UNC solo lanes are very good at using their ults in times where it either gets them a kill or it forces a back in a TP, and it's amounting to even more pressure, especially with this gold lead, as we see 2 items now for Rami Baba, as every other member of UNC has completed their first items. We do see the Demonic Embrace build coming from Udyr. Steepy looking to do a little bit more damage and be the 4th carry for UNC in this game.
Yep, this is just Udyr's best build. It does require a lot of resources, but this game, I'm pretty sure all he has done is farm, except for to run bot for a free first blood. So he's very happy with his game state right now. Able to just get his item spike early. And yeah, I don't know how many times I can keep saying this, but there's just not many options.
Hold that thought, because Rami Baba's looking for a second solo kill in the top lane, and there it is. These barrel crits are too much damage, especially with the Navori Quick Blade already unlocked. Rami Baba gets the movement speed from killing the barrel. Q gets dodged, and that's a second kill! Rami Baba now 3 solo kills on the board as the only member of UNC with 100% kill participation. This gangplank is so powerful in the hands of Rami Baba.
Yeah, looks like top lane isn't weak this patch.
My bad, yeah.
Maybe top lane not as weak as we
I
thought.
mean, he just basically got free farm on Shen, bullied him all game, and they tried ganking both times. It just didn't work. Now he's just too far ahead, so...
Yep, I would not be surprised if he's at least like 5k up on this Shen. As the UNC's goal lead is 10k, as that at 16 minutes, that might be the biggest gold gap I've like ever seen.
Lots of gold coming out. We did see that Braum ultimate Glacial Fissure missed, dodged by Cypress as pressure mounted in the mid lane and amounted to nothing. UNC still not yet any deaths on the board, and it leads you to wonder, how long will it take for UNC to make their famous overextension that leads to a few bounties going away?
I will say one of the few plays UNC Charlotte can make is they can do the cast and delivery on one of the more immobile targets, aka GP has no flash, and Victor is still like pretty vulnerable even with flash, so they might have to look for a play like that. I would prefer going for the GP since he has a bounty. It'll do something. if it gets on Cassin, like that'd be pretty good. I think Cassin's like probably their best win con at this point.
Yeah, probably. Although Zaya is also still deathless, as I mean.
Yeah. Well, scratch
So
that.
now Braum is down, Maokai is down, and the Raging Bull is running in. Phoenix stance coming out as TP forces the flash of Dunlop. Zaya now without ult, without sums, and UNC racks up 2 more kills onto the board. Rami Baba not even playing a part in that fight as Rift Herald now coming to charge through the mid lane. And this might even amount to a inhibitor for UNC if they're able to get that 3rd charge off the Rift Herald.
Yeah, UNC's Chabelle is just too strong across the board. All of them are just way ahead of their counterparts, and they'll always win like an even numbered fight. Even if they're outnumbered, they'll probably win at this point.
Do see that the 3rd dragon is coming up and being collected as Cypress is deciding that the red buff is now his. UNC going to be taken to Soul Point, and the entire jungle for UNC Charlotte going to be gifted to UNC Chapel Hill.
I mean, you're just really sad if you're Maokai at this point. I mean, you can't really say he played perfectly, but there weren't many options for him, I guess, to get us this game. And now it's just even worse, because now he cannot farm a single camp.
Yeah.
He's just going to have that jungle item in his inventory rest of the game, probably. Would not be surprised if game ends with him still having, like, 6 stacks on that.
Yeah, I'm down to FF to save mental at this point.
61 coming through from that first strike as CP is back to full clearing. He's actually pressing towards a Flame Horizon over Breezy Bay's Maokai, as we already see a large CS gap going, even larger than any other lane except for maybe top lane, but just so much pressure from UNC. Their grouping is 4. With Victor on the back, he can probably TP to push that lane on his own, and UNC can look to deliver the killing blow coming very shortly.
Yep, now I think you just wait for Baron to spawn, just grab the Baron, and just end game in a single push. If UNC Charlotte tries to defend, I'm pretty sure they just get tired of at this point. And
Relentless Pursuit coming through the culling, forcing away that Zaya ultimate yet again, and Cypress is just bullying the Zaya ultimate. Ultimate after ultimate is forced away for no aggressive purposes, and now The Phoenix ultimate coming through, not going to lead to much, but clearing away the wave. UNC can comfortably walk to this Baron, which is spawning in 10 minutes or 10 seconds. And it looks like they're going to get this achievement for taking an early Baron. It looks like they're farming challenges in a competitive Nace match.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. This Baron's going. Oh my! That's half of the
513
Maokai's HP
damage crit.
gone in
Alright,
one
I'm
team.
down to hotfix nerf that champ. He just pressed one button, no skill shot, just
I mean,
did
he
that
is
much
4
damage.
levels up on this Maokai.
He just does too much damage. Look at his items and look at Shen's.
Definitely, it's pretty depressing for sure.
It's probably pretty sad if you're at this point. It's a very suffocating gold lead to be down around 15k at this point in the game. Now Baron backs are online. Baron empowered minions are going to push through the lanes that
They're looking.
it looks like 4 people are heading towards Alsomo. Rami Baba going to TP, and they're going to try to take this fight. Alsomo walking forward aggressively. The barrels are coming as the ultimate comes out for Braum. He is stunned. That might be a kill. Flashes away. More damage coming through. Still no kills as Shen and Braum. Shen falls as the first kill for this UNC 2v4 as 2 more are coming. Alsomo looking for more damage. Rami looking for more damage. That is a 4v2 victory for the side of UNC. 0 kills to 3 kills as UNC is going to walk away.
I mean, it's just a play of desperation at that point. I think it was pretty obvious that there is no way that they would really kill them, as like the Victor was already like chunking the Braum to half HP before he was even in melee range. But yeah, I mean, you know, I respect it. They had to go for a play. They just
Calling coming through, blocked by the Braum shield, almost stunned again, but any ability that UNC uses is taking half of an HP bar at this fight. Shen comes in with the taunt. Heartsteel stacks coming through, but UNC is able to walk away calmly and retreat. HP bars are at half. Casson comes in, desperate play, knocked up and killed by Cypress, as now the Phoenix is burning through. Another kill as UNC is straight through this team. 1 death, Jimmy Coy, the only death of UNC Chapel Hill for this game.
Yeah, that's a report. That would have been a perfect game otherwise.
It would have been a perfect game. 0 towers taken, 0 deaths, no objectives for the side of UNC Charlotte. The reason they're going to ruin it, but yeah, pretty dominant performance from Chapel Hill.
Everything just went perfectly for Chapel Hill there. All the lanes, the jungle, everyone was just turbo ahead, especially top. Pretty dominant performance from Rami there. Just straight up getting enough ahead to be able to 1v2 them and just blow up in the game from there.
Yeah, just so much dominance, and that game being capstoned by that wonderful play from Rami Baba and Asomo, showing the synergy with the rocket or the barrels coming through, all of the ultimates just expended and eaten, exhaust, taunt, everything just being eaten over and over again, and nothing coming to kill UNC up until the point where a fish got a little bit too excited and fell at the end of the game. But just a completely dominant showing from UNC over UNC Charlotte, as we do finish up only the first game. So there is one more game. There's the opportunity for UNC Charlotte to change up some draft, change up some bans, and I'd love to know, what's the first ban that you're expecting to come through in this next draft when we get to it?
I mean,
Probably GP.
probably GP, but I think also probably Lucian. I think Lucian Ami ball lane shouldn't really be allowed through if the enemy team plays it. But yeah, I think the whole draft needs to be probably reevaluated, because when you load into the rift and then all of a sudden all 3 of your lanes just don't have prio and are being shoved under tower, I think something probably went wrong during draft. I think that's the first place I'd look. That's for sure.
Yeah, we do see maybe a little bit of champion pools not being all there, where there wasn't really a good answer to the Lucianami, and to UNC Charlotte's credit, they did hold them for quite a while. They didn't really give away those kills, and that's about all that you can ask for in that lane, just keeping it even. It was close in CS throughout the game in the bot lane, so there wasn't that much that they necessarily did wrong on the bot side, but they didn't have anything matching them on the top side that was able to pull through that lack of error. And once those gold leads started to blossom, there was just nothing that UNC Charlotte could really do to respond to UNC Chapel Hill.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing happens, UNC was naturally going to get gold lead since two of the lanes have first strike. But,
Three of the laners, they all had it.
yeah,
Just
three
everyone
laners.
has
yeah.
it.
All their laners, I guess, yeah. But, yeah, if you're UNC Charlotte, I guess you could really examine where you're putting your resources. You know, the Maokai spent a lot of his time, you could say, at the wrong places and doing the wrong things when he could have been just farming or looking for another opportunity on the map. So, I guess, yeah, definitely a lot of things to look at, but I guess we'll see in game 2.
We do have a lot of things to look at, as I wonder, are we heading into draft just yet? All right, so we're going to go to a quick break as we haven't yet entered draft, but don't click off that browser. Game 2 is coming soon. Hello, welcome back, UNC Chapel Hill, as we enter into the draft phase. Just a quick break there. So we see Heimerdinger already taken off the table.
There's a Lucian ban instantly. from
Lucian
UNC
ban
Charlotte.
instantly. Don't want to deal with those aggressive laners. Lulu gone already. Maokai banned from UNC Charlotte. It looks like maybe their thoughts are just stuck in the last patch. Maybe they didn't think the nerfs were as big as maybe UNC Chapel Hill's read on it is, but I have a feeling that even if that Maokai gets through, UNC Chapel Hill wouldn't have been picking this, so
Yeah, just really weird priority, I think, from UNC Charlotte. Maybe they just really hate playing against this champion. I think it's absolutely broken, so they will pick Bennett every time. I guess that's their game plan.
Are they also going to ban Udyr then? Because Udyr is still open.
Yeah, I would be shocked if they banned Maokai and didn't ban Udyr, but who knows? Maybe they'll just ban something random like the Ashe again. Who knows?
hey, Gangplank is still on the board, and if they leave that open, I'm not surprised if UNC Chapel Hill just first picks that Rami Baba powerful carry. As Udyr is gone, let's see it. Let's see my prediction coach.
There's
No,
the Ashe.
don't pick Ashe.
I mean,
It's
I
gonna be
think
so
they don't
bored.
really care about picking DP early because I don't think
their top
enemy
laner
top
plays
will-
it.
Yeah,
so they can always pick it second or third blue here. Ashe, good pick. Gives a lot of vision. Can be played both support and ADC.
yeah, definitely a strong pick right now.
Very true. A
I'm
strong
interested what
pick
UNC
right now.
Charlotte picks here because like I don't think you want to run back to St. Comp. I think you look to shift everything up completely. So yeah, they just go for new picks with Caitlyn, Lux. I like it. A strong lane.
I like it. They're looking for the opportunity to maybe this time maybe they get the steamroll. Maybe they get the aggressive bot lane and they can try to pick away at that Ashe with the Lux Qs, but Ashe is a very, very dominant laner at this moment.
Jax.
Jax.
blind?
Oh, Rami Baba's looking for a new
Jeez,
top laner.
jeez.
He's going for the one champ a game policy. Sejuani is coming out from Steepy, which we have seen him grinding on the Rift. So looks like
This is Jack's champion. I mean, just completely broken, in my opinion. I don't think there's a really good answer to it in the top lane. So I'm definitely curious what UNC Charlotte's top laner will do against this Jax when their strongest picks are banned out.
do you see that Graves is picked as the last pick
Yeah,
of the first wave?
I would not pick Graves here
Oh,
if I was UNC Charlotte.
yeah, I would not pick Graves.
From experience, I don't think Graves is a very good pick into
Jackson Sejuani.
Jackson
I think you
Sejuani.
have a little
Yeah, I
little
think-
experience in that matchup, don't
I
you?
think specifically those champs are, it might be pretty hard for Graves to play. Maybe, I'm not
Certainly
saying-
winnable, right?
Yeah, certainly playable, but definitely pretty hard. So, very interesting draft from UNC Charlotte so far. I can't say anything else.
We do see that Varus is taken off the table, so we won't see the Cypress Varus, and we also won't see the Alsomo Rise, which that's a little weird because UNC Charlotte does play Rise. Why not just pick that as their first pick going into that second phase of draft?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, maybe they have a pick they
I-
really want.
I mean, I don't think Rise is bad here either.
Yeah.
It's just kind of scary playing against Ashe Sedge. Got a lot of pick potential there, but Cleanse can definitely help.
I'm interested what UNC Chapel Hill picks for the bot lane because no Varus and you're into Kate Lux. I don't think there's many options you have for an ADC. I wouldn't be surprised if Cypress just takes the Ashe himself and the support just picks something else random, like a Twitch support or something.
Oh, a Swain pick here. It's probably mid. Does Osama play Silas? Silas kind of good here.
Kind of good having the ability to take over that demonic and ascension and become a demon of his own, and then also fitting that idea of UNC having a lot of carries across the map. But we will see LeBlanc for Alsomo, unless maybe this is the Jimmy Coy LeBlanc. Who knows? Maybe it's Ashe LeBlanc bot lane. Weirder things have happened across all regions
I can
of
see
the
it,
game. So
but it's probably just
Yeah.
LeBlanc mid. The Fox team's pretty good this game. Yeah, you should be able to one shot a lot of the carries. Oh, and Jin, I completely forgot about that jump. Yeah, that's perfectly fine too.
I think Jin Ash is actually pretty good at neutralizing Caitlyn Lux. Got a lot of range. Yeah, just good at neutralizing the prio that Caitlyn Lux have.
I'm
But-
down for Jin support Ash ADC. I'm down for that.
I'm fine with either one.
Are waiting
see
for
the
the last
top-
pick. It's gonna be
Oh.
Viego Hubbard. Will it be locked in?
Oh, interesting. Some maybe Graves top.
Graves top?
I
into
that seems.
Jax?
I think maybe Viego top. I feel like Graves top into Jax is not what you want to see.
I don't think either of those are good into Jax.
Yeah. One cool interaction between Viego and Jax is that Jax can actually block the Viego ult. So definitely a terrible matchup.
Wait, it can?
Yeah,
can?
counts as an auto attack.
That's
apparently.
crazy.
It counts as an auto?
Yeah. So if
Oh,
Jax has
Lord.
E up and Viego just ults into it, it just does negative damage. Pretty interesting.
So we do see that the drafts are going to be finalized for both UNC Chapel Hill and UNC Charlotte, which means that we should be probably heading into the game soon to start those drafts heading up. But I do want to know what lane are you guys focusing on? What's the most interesting here with two very chaotic compositions?
Probably just bot lane. I think it's just gonna be.
I don't even know who their jungler is.
Yeah, I think it'll just be some stuff happening bot lane when Kate Lux, very strong lane, but Ash Jin will also have a very strong pushback as well. So I think I wouldn't be surprised if there's an all-in level 1 or 2 in the bot lane.
Be lots of fighting down there. We also know that Rami Baba's Jax likes to take those aggressive trades jumping in, so this time maybe we'll see a little bit more action into the early game. Maybe not waiting until 6 like last game was, but for right now, I do think we are going to hop into a quick break as we wait out the spectator delay for the game. But don't click off that browser. UNC will be back soon with Game 2 of CLoL.
I don't know. It's so fucked.
so green.
It's so fucked.
I mean, is Graves good against Jax?
No, he's fucking shit. He's fucking shit. I think Rami just organized this game on his own,
Let's go.
forgetting every other champ in the game.
Padding the Rami stats. Let's go.
This will be an interesting game for sure.
Welcome back, everybody, to week 1 of CLoL, where we see UNC Chapel Hill yet again on the red side, going to be pushing down towards UNC Charlotte's blue side. Oh, wait, nope, we're swapped. All right, we're going to get those tags fixed real quick, but we are going to see the opposite this time. UNC will be on the blue side with a double ADC bot lane. During the break, we asked our friend over at NC State, Bob Timer, for an analysis of the draft, and he has returned to us that LeBlanc is a bad champion. So all eyes are on Alsomo to see if he can meet the pressure of this game.
Yeah, double ADT ball lanes. Apparently just completely broken right now. Says a lot about the role, I think, in my opinion. But maybe Kate Lux is also very strong, so maybe they'll make something happen.
Yeah, it does look like they're going with Jin support here.
Oh wait, they actually did. Wow. So it is actually Jin support.
Surprisingly, we aren't seeing Jimmy Coy's patented Ashe support with Cypress's legendary Jin. We're going to see the opposite this time, so a little bit more W poke coming out, perhaps.
Kind of interesting that Ash went Ghost here.
Definitely, I think it's just complete ego. I mean, Summoner Spell's choice. They just think they're gonna dominate this lane, and you know maybe they will, but
We do see maybe some ego summoner spells, but we're not seeing the ego runes coming out. Not seeing 3 first strikes for the side of UNC, but we are seeing an early trade from Rami Baba into this Jax matchup, stacking up that lethal tempo and getting those early autos off with the new and improved Jax character. Just a completely dominant champion in the top lane right now. As Alsomo a little bit late to get that level 2, but still fighting back against that Swain.
yeah, top lane should be pretty boring. I don't think. I mean, Graves can't do anything to Jax, but Jax also can't really kill the Graves. So probably just a lot of farming gonna happen in the top lane, and then in the meantime,
Seeing
boss
maybe a
side.
gank mid.
Maybe a gank.
But
coming
the
in.
chain misses.
No chains, but Flash still forced. Steepy getting those stacks up, getting the potential stun, and Real Cry just not wanting to risk it, not wanting to risk that early death. But we do see Viego coming down to the bot lane. Flash binding is going to miss. Heal coming out, but Cypress is in trouble. He gets stunned. Flash is coming forward, but he gets out as Steepy now coming into the top game, going to potentially look for a play, but
Another missed E.
another back off for UNC, which means that both sides are going to amount to nothing. But that bot lane play did lead to 4 different summoner spells being broken. 5 different summoner spells. It's like there's only going to be Jin's Flash for the side of UNC, as Alsomo looks for a solo kill early on, and the Ignite ticks it. That's going to be a kill for UNC. We have a 3-minute 30-second first blood for Alsomo.
Yeah, very interesting that Swain did not back in TP after that gank. He was pretty low, and he ends up getting punished for it.
Definitely a lot more action happening in this game, though. That's
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, I do like that UNC Charlotte's going for more plays early. I am curious how Viego ganked bot lane, but both flashes from Charlotte's side were blown instead of both flashes from Chapel Hill. But you know, just a lot more action. And I think that's what they need to do. They need to make the game like more explosive in the early. Otherwise, I think if the game goes late, it's kind of doomed.
Yeah. I also want to say that with UNC Charlotte, after last game, they decided that playing melees against the range was not fun. So this time they decided to play. Oh, some action happening.
There's the extra flash as Cypress is walking forward.
Oh my! Oh
That's
my
a kill!
God.
And that's a kill. As UNC Charlotte's bot lane win the 2v2.
Oh, Dark
my
Harvest
God.
coming through for Jimmy Coy to secure the kill on Mega Moa's Lux.
Yeah, that was pretty sloppy from both sides there. I think running into the K trap is definitely not good, and also Jimmy Coy with a good snipe on Lux, but I feel like she also shouldn't have died there. But it's okay. Got something back. Ends up being even.
I think just infinitely better game state for UNC Charlotte this game. So I'm hopeful that they'll make this game interesting.
A little bit more interesting of a game, which might lead to that prediction that we posted during the break coming true. We do have a bet going on for over/under on kills, so a little bit of on minutes, over/under on minutes. So a little bit of excitement, but we do see that this game already more even than the last game was. However, a gold lead is starting to mount for UNC Chapel Hill.
Yeah, but I mean that's just the first blood gold, I think. But I mean they do a 500 gold lead. I don't think that's matters too much. But sorry, and I think it's just a way better game state than last game. I just keep saying it, but
The better game state as Rami Baba is coming forward again. 6 going to be hit first for around Graves. Rami Baba taking it shortly after. TP was expelled for Rami Baba to get that trade-off, so now Graves will be forced to get a TP in, and now we might see a bit more of an even trade after that money is spent. We do see Viego heading back to the bot side, but there is a litany of traps arming the bot lane as Viego walks forward straight into a trap, does not successfully hit the wall, so there's not going to be any more walking around for him, as that hard path does not connect, as Alsomo is looking for yet another solo kill. Ignite comes out, the root comes through, and auto after auto, Alsomo is now 2-0 on the board for the side of UNC Chapel Hill.
Yeah, this Swain is just walking too far up, not playing around his cooldowns properly, just kind of tanking LeBlanc's full combo, and ends up getting punished yet again.
Yeah.
And just like that, Mega Moa takes Jimmy Koi's full combo, a root and a bunch of autos from Ashe as that hail of arrows comes down, and that'll lead to a kill, especially on a squishy champion like that Lux.
This game, I think, is kind of spiraling out of control. Kind of slowly, but I think it's slowly happening. So I think
And now
Charlotte.
Jimmy Koi is walking in,
dead.
another root comes through, and that is another kill, and this is also going to be a gromp over to Steepy. So can it be stolen by Kate or Lux? No, that's going to be for Steepy. So 5th kill of the game coming out for the side of UNC as Alsomo continues to take aggressive trades, proccing that ultimate already with the Lost Chapter and a boots advantage. As Rami Baba, more trades in the tops. Not going to amount to anything this time, but 5-1, almost a 2K gold lead. Root's coming through. Root and ult misses for the side of UNC, as now Cypress and Jimmy Koi are forced to run away. The heal comes through, the flash comes through, but again, nothing. Can Viego come through and clean this up?
These traps.
The traps are just...
Oh my
he flashed
god!
and hit Sejuani! That's going to be the end of yet another Viego, as Sejuani is just going to pick through some damage. UNC too low to come through to secure the kill, but that is another successful escape for the double ADC bot lane.
I think the fact that UNC got away with that, it's kind of illegal.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the HP bars on Chapel Hill's side. They're all so low.
Oh my god.
Ult forced, but
I think he might be.
someone can kite this out. He's walking back in. He's extending the demonic extension, but that's just going to be an ult for a wave at that point. Alsomo able to just kite out. There was no E hit, even with those lower cooldowns from the ultimate.
I will say, I would not have taken TP on Swain. I think Swain without Ghosts, especially against their comp, is kind of unplayable. You just get kited out, and your ulti, which is like big part of your kit and damage, they'll just kite you out. They just run away and just wait it out, and then they'll come kill you. But yeah, LeBlanc with a pretty good lead here. Hopefully we'll see her roam to some other lanes. Can probably create a pretty big impact. We see the Lucidity boots. So see some early game roams.
Something weird, different from last game coming out is that
Oh my
UNC Charlotte has the early game pressure on the Dragons, so gold lead be damned. There is a bit of a change for UNC Charlotte as an ult comes out and just pokes off 1/3 of Cypress's HP bar as we get a game pause.
All right, GG.
GG. Looks like we're watching a Fnatic game with how the screen is now gray, but looks like perhaps some problems with our round's connection, but back in the game, and we're going again with ult coming through. Jimmy Koi is opening up and secures a kill onto Lux, as we see the game freezes again.
Hearing some nice sounds.
At least we have the nice, beautiful Jin music. This could convert very easily into a second kill if Jimmy Koi is able to connect these 3 bullets. But we will need to pop back to live desk really quickly while we sort out some technical difficulties. So, from this game state, as we enter the pause, is there anything that Charlotte can do to come back into this game, or is it already getting too far out of hand?
It's pretty rough.
It's pretty rough.
I mean, Vega's a pop-off champ. Maybe they have pick potential. They have like Swain Lux.
Top dive going on. Rami's stun is going to catch the ultimate coming through, and that is going to be a dead Graves. Around going to fall as Alsomo looking for the 3rd solo kill. The chains land. The 2nd chain coming through from the ultimate, and Ignite taking down, but the healing coming through from the ult. Alsomo flashing directly towards the Viego, and that's going to be a 1-for-1. The 3rd solo kill for Alsomo before he finally was taken down once in the 1v1.
Honestly, Alsomo showing how weak of a champ LeBlanc is. All those items barely beat Swain, and Swain even ulted a little late there. I think if Swain ulted earlier, probably actually would have won that. But
I mean, in the meantime, look at this top wave. That
yeah,
that is just a tragedy. I mean, no flash under tower. There's not really much counterplay. He just gets dove 100-0.
I'll also say UNC Charlotte's bot lane losing is pretty bad for them.
I mean, they were able to convert convert into a dragon. So that is actually a lot better than last game, like infinitely better. So I think their only way to win this game is if they can somehow get 4 dragons and get the soul. But yeah.
We are seeing the first completed item of the game. Jimmy Koi has an Umbral Glaive. He's turned his 3 kills into a game worth of vision denial. So
very balanced item there.
If you're UNC Charlotte, maybe you're a little bit happy that you're 30 CS up in the bot lane, but Alsomo now is looking for even more damage as Rami is now fighting a 1v2 in the top lane. Ooh. Alsomo just barely not going to be doing enough damage, and Rami going to be slipping through. Flash expended, but no need for an ultimate. As Cypress sends the ultimate, Enchanted Crystal Arrow, lots of damage coming through, but Jimmy Koi forced to reload. Now he opens up with the curtain call, and Lux is connected with Jimmy Koi is on a rampage!
Lux is wondering where the homies were at there.
Any blockers?
I decided.
Okay, Kalen said nah.
He is more valuable. So.
Oh my.
Hold that thought, because Steepy is back in the top lane. Dash dodges the ult, so that's going to be an acceptable loss for him, but Alsomo getting ulted twice, rooted, and that's going to be the 2nd death for Alsomo, as now Viego is heading into the bot lane. Swain to back up. Heartbreaker coming through for the first time this game. Flash from Jimmy Koi going to be enough to save him. Oh, wait, they're looking for more.
Oh, looks like really nothing. I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of how Chapel Hill's playing this. I'm not sure why you keep trying to gank this Graves. Jash will always win against him in the side, and it's just pretty hard to gank a Graves when he has multiple dashes, including flash on. So I'm not sure about committing so many resources top lane when you could just be going bot and turning these trades into like more favorable ones as your bot is already winning.
I think that Lux just connected the ultimate, but the flash comes through, and Rami Baba is doing damage. The ultimate is enough to take down Graves and to keep Rami Baba's HP nice and high as we see a shutdown coming, a mastery symbol being flared as we see yet another solo kill from Rami Baba in this matchup.
That's why they're ganking top.
I mean, he could have done that without any games, in my opinion, but I mean, it should be fine. It's just, Chapel Hill letting down the believers down a little. Voted under 25 minutes, I think, in this game, in my opinion.
Do you see that Rami Baba has a lot of gold? Actually, trading in the mid lane, Alsomo forced to double dash away, but that's going to be enough. We do see some mounting pressure in the bot lane as the Rift Herald comes through and Steepy looks to dash over the wall. With no plays happening, we have to look at these items. With UNC now having 4 completed items, we do see Ravenous Hydra on Ashe, so it looks like lots of poking going to be coming out.
Yeah.
UNC Charlotte still yet to get a completion. Alsomo diving in yet again. The curtain call opens up. Cypress is looking for some supportive damage, but the fourth shot goes just wide.
Close.
In what would have been a 5th kill for Jimmy Coy. He'll sit on the Jin number for now. 4 for now, and 4 are coming to the bot lane as UNC Charlotte is looking at this double ADC lane over and over again. Jimmy Coy hit with a stun. He's doing his best to kite. 700 gold shut down to Caitlyn as Cypress falls to the Swain, and now Steepy is left alone 4v1.
I think he's dead.
He's getting rooted. Alsomo looking
he's
for
dead.
maybe some cleanup, but
LeBlanc is weak.
damage coming through, but LeBlanc truly is weak as Lux is left on 1 HP, and another Heartbreaker comes through. Oh, he's going in! That's 2 kills! Alsomo double kill! As Heartbreaker, yet again, reset after reset
And
from
he's
Diego.
out. Oh my.
Yeah,
Wow.
well played by Salmon there at the end. Just
Real faker cosplay.
This is a real shining moment for Alsomo, leading the gold chart for UNC probably with those 5 kills, as we see that Rami Baba was able to successfully get that tower in the top lane. He has a lot of pressure over this Graves at this point, so able to do that on his own, but that's a lot of gold into the pocket of UNC Charlotte.
yeah, that was actually looking really good for UNC Charlotte until the overextension by the end. They could have just ran out after the initial, but now
Still not that bad for Charlotte.
yeah, still not that bad.
As Jimmy Coy is being ulted again from far away. Cypress is the support at this point, willing to take the damage for Jimmy Coy as UNC is forced off of the dragon, and this is going to be a second dragon for UNC Charlotte in this series, but also in this game as UNC is now down 2-0. Rami Baba looking for the trade, dodges the collateral damage, and he doesn't get the kill! That's going to be a 550 gold shutdown into the pocket of a Rounds Graves.
If Rami was Mastery 5, he probably would have got that kill, but
Probably.
Good chunk on Jin there.
I can't say I'm a fan of how Chapel is playing right now. I think maybe they got a little overconfident, and or maybe Charlotte is just playing a lot better this game. Either way, it's definitely a lot closer than last game.
Alsomo's passive forced out as Swain is
My
ulting
brother.
forward, and he ults the passive as Curtain Call opens up in the bot lane. 1, 2, 3, 4 is not enough, but the tower will fall. Will UNC hunt for more, or will they accept their victory? It looks like they're just going to take that
I'll
tower
say
and walk away.
at this point in the game, it's going to get harder and harder for LeBlanc to kind of play against this Swain. Swain's starting to get his items. Once he reaches 2 items, and we see the Merc Tread's a pretty hard counter to a lot of...
Especially with no pen.
Yeah.
on LeBlanc, so.
Only have the Ludens for magic penetration there, but he'll be getting Shadow Flame soon, so get some more damage. But Rami failing the dive top is pretty bad. Get a pretty big shutdown to Graze. He can probably stabilize easier now.
Oh, the soul is going to connect. Rami Baba is going to be forced to run away from, yet again, a 4v1 situation. Let's see if he can outplay. He has the ward hop away. The stun is going to miss, and Rami Baba is going to get his stun of his own, as now UNC is here to respond. We have a 4v4 in the top lane, as Alsomo gets a massive chunk over onto Megamoa. Enchanted Crystal Arrow connects onto Viego, and Alsomo is looking for more. Rami Baba's jumping in. 1 kill for Rami Baba. Ultimate comes through from Caitlyn. Not enough. 2 kills for Rami Baba as a 4th kill for the team is coming through. Alsomo is on a rampage. 7-2 on the LeBlanc. Now 4-1 on the Jax for the side of UNC Chapel Hill.
Yeah, just big overextend from Charlotte. I don't think you ever kill Jax there. I'm not sure if it's even like remotely possible, even if they played it perfectly. So
I think maybe you can kill if you hit all your CC, but after the first one and the second one missed, I think you just back off instead of overextending and fishing for more. And good punish by UNC Chapel Hill there.
Yep. I think Charlotte's game plan was to get Drakes, and they were doing that, but they just all randomly decided to just commit on this top lane, which I think was a pretty big mistake. So now, I mean, Chapel likes to see that. They were already ahead, but maybe this might have solidified their win, I think. I'm not sure.
Are seeing that the timer is ticking 19, and UNC Chapel Hill has 3 towers across the board. All of the tier 1 towers have fallen, so definitely playing the game at a slower pace than the last one. The gold lead is massive, but it's nowhere near as insurmountable as it was last game. UNC Charlotte, despite everything, still has some avenues back into this game, especially with that dragon stacking that's happening as Osomo is forced off of the blue buff.
And there goes Lux. Okay.
Oh,
yeah. I was gonna say,
well, Swain got the blue buff.
yeah, Swain did get the blue buff. Chapel Hill is like strongest member, definitely Osoma right now. I think you try not to make plays outside of him. Just let Jax continue to split push top, and then just let Osoma just find those picks in the enemy jungle. I think this game is just completely free.
Rami Baba jumping in yet again, getting that damage. He has his second item completed. So we see the Frozen Heart coming through, getting that extra defense. Rami Baba not really needing to get that much more damage, but he does have the Heartbound Axe, so there will be something going on. We do see that Ashe is going for, it looks like the Mandate build. So
Yep.
we Ashe.
Yeah, we love it.
We love Ashe. We
The
love
Heartbone.
Ashe.
Yeah, Jax is probably building towards Wit's End, I would guess.
As
Oh,
Jin
another
opens
fight.
up yet again, Jimmy Koi is nailing bullets for his 5th kill of the game as Steepy is fighting 1v1 Alsoma with another explosion coming on to Breezy Bay as Cypress getting his first kill of the game as the arrows fly and knock down Swain. Rami Baba looking for some action of his own, not wanting to be left out, and it looks like he's getting the cross-map
Oh
play,
Deja
but
my.
collateral damage going to do a lot of damage here. And Rami Baba is coming back in with an E with the ultimate, and that is a kill for Rami Baba as he falls to the tower.
Worth.
Shut down back to Graves. That is now 500 gold of just shutdowns into Graves' pockets.
Yeah, Osama is so strong at this point that it's so hard for Lux to just play the game. Lux is just constantly picked off at the start of every fight. You're basically starting off like, since top lane is an island this game, I guess, from now on. It's just a 3v4 at the start, and UNC just has the pick potential to just keeping them off, and it's just hard for UNC Charlotte to kind of walk into these choke points, even though Swain is looking pretty strong in these fights.
Yeah, Lux just has zero respect, I think. Just walking into every warded area.
Oh,
I think she might
here
be
we
dead.
go
yet
again.
Yeah.
That is
Yep.
another
I
kill
mean-
for Alsomo on Deluxe.
I would like Osama to build some Medjais now and just
Oh,
farm
yes,
this
please.
guy, please.
Maybe he should have had that Medjais a while ago as the Caitlyn ult comes through, not going to be enough. Alsomo connecting the root, and Jimmy Koi is going to steal the kill. This is mine, you've had enough, he says. Something that we did see before all this fighting is Viego trying his best to clear out all the vision UNC had of that blue side jungle, but across all the Jin traps and all of the extra wards that they have as a team, he wasn't able to clear it up, which gave LeBlanc extra vision of the map. As now Baron is going to be threatened, as
Graves
well
does
as
no
Graves
damage.
does no
My God.
damage.
Oh,
Oh, ultimate connecting for Steepy. That is going to be a dead Caitlyn. Get off my screen, he says, as Enchanted Crystal Arrow and Curtain Call yet again. Rami Baba connecting another kill and 4th shot landing this time. One more for Rami as the team sets their sights on the Graves and decides that it's not worth it. It looks like this is going to be a turn into a free Baron for UNC Charlotte.
still might be over 25
Or for UNC
minutes.
Chapel Hill.
Yeah,
Oh, we're at 23-20. Believers are shaking right now. Looks like it might go past 25.
It is just so hard for Charlotte to just walk in anywheres. Because
Yeah.
one trap, oh, you might see it here. Into
Just
a
too
Oh, there
much,
it is.
into
too much,
an arrow.
too much
into-
vision, too much range, too
Yeah.
much pick. Just
Oh, go for the steal.
oh
Go
yeah,
for the steal,
go
go
the
for
death.
jumping onto Graves.
Nice try.
UNC Charlotte
Yeah.
is coming back, but not before a round goes
Oh,
down.
I think Swain is dead here too.
Swain has been connected on, and Rami Baba
Oh,
is
just
jumping
wait out
onto
the-
a poor Lux. This is going to be the
Oh.
end of UNC Charlotte's team as
Yeah.
UNC is jumping in and in over and over again. That's going to be 3 more kills for the side of UNC as Cypress picks up his second of the game.
Yeah.
have about
Not much else to do
45
there.
seconds for UNC to end before the prediction becomes into the hands of the doubters. But look at all the Jin traps just littering the side of UNC Charlotte's base. How are they supposed to walk around at full speed ever? As another connection comes in, W lands, and Jimmy Coy is hunting for another kill. Curtain call, open up. Can he bend a bullet around? Maybe not, but that's going to be 3 shots connected into Breezy Bay's Viego as
comes
UNC
Alsomo.
sees blood in the water, hunting in for an extra kill.
Someone's looking. Alsomo.
Someone's hunting, and that's a one-shot
And
Lux for 100 gold.
Is that right? Lux has 12 deaths. Is that?
TP comes out for Graves. Perhaps a bit of sadness coming through
Wait,
as 25 minutes is ticked. That is going to be a victory for UNC Charlotte, but a victory for the doubters who believed that the game would go past 25 minutes as
Yes,
UNC.
good work, Doubters.
Good job, doubters. As UNC marches down the mid lane, throwing Ash Arrow after Ash Arrow. This is probably going to be a slow and methodical final push to chip away at the remainder of UNC until Alsomo goes in for another kill, forcing the cleanse. Enchanted Crystal Arrow knocks down Dunlop as Swain's ultimate is popped again, but that HP bar is mighty low, kiting back through all the slows. Nothing can happen, and Real Cry will fall to Rami Baba with the flank as Alsomo is running in, dodging everyone, and the 1K shutdown is gone. Curtain call popped. Rami Baba finds another.
1K to Viego is actually like kind of spooky.
Kind of spooky. It
Not
might
really.
lead to an extra kill, but 35 to 9. I think this game might be near its end as Jimmy Coy flashed for another arrow is going to miss, but those W's won't. Flashing into base to deny the kill as UNC is setting its sights on the bot inhibitor.
Yeah, not the cleanest parent push, but
Uh-oh.
as
Oh, yeah, Graves does a lot of damage, I think.
Graves
Rami Baba
does
has
his
blocked it
best,
all.
but looks a little unplayable. Oh,
Yeah, Graves
my
looks,
bad. Never mind.
Oh, wait, Viego's looking.
Viego's coming
if he
in.
gets a
He
reset
might get
here.
one on Cypress. That's going to be an extra shutdown into Viego's hand. Maybe that can turn into something else. Hawkshot comes out from Viego, but Jimmy Coy is being hunted. The side of UNC Charlotte is looking for gold anywhere they can get it, and that shutdown on Jin is looking mighty nice.
Chapel Hill only got 1 inhib, and this is third
Yeah,
dragon.
this is
for
third
Charlotte.
dragon.
So honestly,
Alsomo is here, though, and we've seen him one-shot people before. Rami Baba has the teleport, so we might see some balanced jacked gameplay coming through soon as Alsomo takes the stun and is forced to ult away. As now Jin is opening up the curtain call.
Caitlyn got it.
Not connecting the fourth
Whatever.
shot, and Caitlyn connecting with the dragon. That is going to be another bounty for the side of UNC Charlotte, but Alsomo is hunting. Alsomo is pushing UNC Charlotte back in their base as the teleport is coming through. Rami Baba is going in 1v5 as he takes down Viego, sets his sights on Swain, and looks for more. Another 3-man stun going to be coming through.
my.
Rami Baba with 2 kills, 3 kills before he
Hang on.
finally falls.
Penta? Oh,
wait,
he died.
that was not the best for Chapel Hill. They lost 2 of their like big carries. I think Rami just gave another shutdown.
Oh, here comes.
Maybe, but Steepy is still here. Steepy
Yeah,
is
look-
full health, and Jimmy
Look-
Coy
look-
has
look
lots
Graves.
of damage.
Oh,
so
wait.
look Graves, look Fountain, as Swain is now the sole defender that Steepy runs towards.
Yeah, not really sure about this Graves picks. Looks pretty useless. Does no damage in all these fights.
Third inhibitor falls as the Enchanted Crystal Arrow finds its mark yet again. UNC is forced to back off as now Viego, with a lot of extra gold in his pocket, still only at 2 items compared to Rami Baba's 4 or even Steepy's 2.5.
I mean, I'll say it. I think it's winnable for UNC Charlotte.
It might be
I think
winnable
I'm
for
gonna
UNC
say-
Charlotte.
It's
Okay,
actually
I
winnable.
mean, it's winnable.
There is a potential avenue for winning, which does include getting about 20 more kills in this game.
I think Viego resetting is actually a pretty decent win condition. Always has been. It's just their top laner just feels so useless. Does no damage. Can't really pick off anyone.
Yeah, I definitely like them try to. Oh,
Oh,
that's-
finds a way
Yeah,
to force Swain to
whoa.
take the bullet.
Okay.
Let's keep our eyes on Rami Baba. 13-3-2. Shojin completed. Stopwatch in
Hey,
hand.
I think Lux just thinks that you got 14. Might as well go
That's
for
a-
15.
I mean, there's an angle,
Go
but
for
Rami
the
Baba is
quick little
setting his
20
sights.
20 bomb death.
All 5 of UNC Charlotte are pushed into their base as UNC has 40 kills, looking to make it a couple more, but looking to secure this Baron first. The absolute suffocation coming through with UNC now having a 13k gold lead, which is probably going to be nearly insurmountable unless UNC Charlotte can find a miracle.
I think UNC Chapel Hill does have to be a little careful though, because they are all, UNC Charlotte is on Soul Point, and getting the Hextech Soul, that is Hextech, right?
Oh,
That
and
is
as
Hextech
the arrow
Soul.
comes through, flashes Lux.
Let's go.
And it
Lux, she
goes-
dodges. She
And-
dodges too. She
Lux
might
is
not
about
die
to
this time.
No, Lux is dead.
Rami Baba
Oh,
is
never
coming
mind.
forward. Curtain Call is coming out. Viego is forced to ult away as Alsomo is looking for extra damage. Alsomo takes the first kill of the fight onto Breezy Bay, flashes forward, forces the stopwatch, and Rami Baba is in the middle of everyone. Stopwatch is popped, and now a second kill for Alsomo. First kill for Cypress as they look into the base, and Rami Baba able to completely tank that Lux laser. It does no damage as UNC sets their
15?
sights on the Nexus, and they dive in. Can they get the extra kill? Not an extra kill onto Dunlop just yet, but UNC is still looking. Alsomo going to secure it for another death, and UNC is going to end the game. 30 minutes and 45 kills later, UNC is going to take the second game in the first week of CLoL competition.
Yeah, that was despite LeBlanc, I think, being a pretty weak champion.
Yeah.
Asamu got off to a very hot start, all those kills, and he managed to snowball it with some pretty crazy plays. Ends up just picking the Lux off every fight, getting chains onto everyone. Just a pretty dominant performance from UC, as per usual.
As per usual.
As per usual, we're used to seeing it. We're not used to seeing so many deaths onto one champion, with the Lux eating up a lot of that pressure, and Rami Baba having nearly as many kills, Alsomo as well, each pushing double-digit kills in this game. We had the opportunity to watch 2 dominant performances from the solo lanes.
Yeah, I think at the end they were definitely playing for some KDA, some extra kills, a bit of a sloppy end, but definitely throughout the game, I think UNC Chapel Hill was in pretty firm control.
Yep.
It was a little hairy when they gave a couple drags over, but even then, I mean, realistically, I think we could all see that Chapel Hill was like pretty firmly ahead in the game.
Yeah, Jax basically got free scaling against Graves there. We didn't see Graves have much of an impact. Jax was just way too strong at that point. Hit his spike. Yeah.
We did see a lot of extra damage coming through across the map, and I am interested to hear, after the first 2 games, it's up to you guys at this moment. You each get to pick your man of the match. Who are we seeing? We'll take it to you first.
Probably Rami. Super dominant performance, both games, basically.
All right, so we have a Rami vote over here.
I mean, I'd have to agree. There was game 1 especially. There was not
Yeah.
much happening until Rami just had 100% KP at like 15 minutes, I think. I mean, well, there were 0 kills at 15 minutes actually. Pardon, but like, he was taking part in a lot of kills, and he was like soaking a lot of pressure too. Jungle was top, like, 2v1ing him a lot, and he just took all the pressure and was able to just like still pop off. So I think definitely really good showing from Rami today.
Very strong showing from Rami, but very strong showing across the team. There were moments where everyone got their chance to pop off, and we did see even the secret sub of the day, Alsomo, coming in and making his mark on the mid lane. So there was lots of damage that was coming through across the top and mid lane. I think that the solo lanes were very exciting to watch, as we do have an interview coming up. We will very shortly get some people in to the call, so don't back off that browser yet,
You have an interview?
as I think we have Rami Baba with us. Rami Baba, are you here? Oh, maybe? Okay, wait. We might have some technical difficulties. This is our first stream of the semester. For UNC League of Legends. So give us some time to iron out the kinks. We'll get Rami in soon. Rami, are you here?
I am here. Hello.
All right, we have Rami Baba in the call with us as we see some frantic messages trying to get a second interviewee in. But
He is here.
all right, he's here. Jimmy Coy, can you hear us? All right, so Michael, I'll let you take it away with the first question. But right, Michael can't hear them. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to welcome our lovely Rami Baba and Jimmy Coy, and then I'm going to take the headset off. I'm going to break the immersion and let our two wonderful question askers take it over from here. So, Franklin, since you have a headset on, it's up to you. Any questions for Rami Baba and Jimmy Coy?
Oh, I guess my first question is to Rami. Saw some bans towards the top lane. He looked kind of like a one trick on op.gg. What was your mentality going into it, and why'd you pick Jackson GP?
I mean, so for game one, we were pretty respectful. We were like, we're just gonna pick what we scrim with, and we saw their top laner only plays like Karma and Heimer top for the past like 3 years, so I was pretty confident that if we banned those two and then we're red side and we just save last pick for me, it would just be like GG top. So GP into Shen is pretty free, like I can just start barrel and kind of take advantage of him. And I was up like 10k gold on him at the end of the game. And then I think the Jax game, we had slightly less respect, I think, overall, so we had some for fun picks. We were testing the Jhin support. I don't think we've ever played that as a team. But yeah, the second game was a bit more for fun.
So game one, what was your guys' game plan? Because not much was happening on the map, right? Like there were like no kills until like 15 minutes. So was your play to just like scale up that game?
Yeah, I mean, like when you see champs like Kassadin, you're like, okay, guys, like they're gonna outscale us for sure. But then you look and they have 4 melee champs against like Victor and GP, and you're like, they literally can't play the game. So we were actually just fine scaling. I was up like 600 gold before I even got a kill top just for first strike. Mid was up, bot was up, so we felt pretty like calm just scaling.
Okay, and then game two, Jimmy came out with the Jhin support. Was that like a spur of the moment thing, or did you guys like pick the Ashe saying, okay, that's going ADC, and then pick Jhin saying like, this is going support?
I mean, okay, so they banned like almost every character. So we're gonna pick Ashe. We're thinking of Ashe support. We were thinking of Ashe support, and then we were like Varus, right? But they insta banned Varus, and so we were like, what if we just play a damage carry or damage support, like Jhin? Okay, we were on the fence about Jhin and Ashe, so we just let Cypress or Big Kevin choose in the end. And so he chose Ashe, and I was like, fuck it, I'm Jhin support. So.
Whoa, fine, fine.
So it was definitely a spur of the moment thing. I see. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we had like 10 seconds left before the game started, and we were like still deciding who was playing what. So I would say it was not planned whatsoever.
Will you guys be playing that pick again?
No, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I think it's the pocket pick.
Okay. Wait, I had one more question. Oh yeah, what about little Kevin Alsomo? What did you guys think of his performance today?
Dude, bro is a beast. Did you see his 1v4 bot lane?
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was insane. It was like a Faker reincarnation.
That's literally what we were saying in call. Like, he popped off. Oh no. Thank God we have him as a sub. Very happy with his performance.
Alright, well thank you guys for coming on for an interview. And good luck in the next week of CLoL.
Thank you. Hopefully we see you cast next week, yeah?
Oh yeah.
He's asking for a lot.
We might have to talk about some compensation.
join the Discord if you are not in the Discord.
Oh yeah, join our
At
Discord.
Twitch chat.
Everyone in Twitch chat, join the Discord.
We're in Discord?
To stay caught up on the news of our esports team. And thank you all for coming out.
Oh. All right, with that end of the interview, we are going to go ahead and wrap up the first week of CLoL. So now it is finally the time, as our friend Podslim will say, you can finally click off that browser. But thank you for being here with us to watch our first week, and we hope to see you again in the second week. Have a good day.